Hi, welcome back to Inside Weyermann, the video series that brings our malt house to your brew house. Today's topic is the dark side of the malt. So we have lined up these roasted malts in front of you, and in case you haven't seen our series yet, I'm Axel Jani. I'm one of the international customer consultants here at Weyermann, and it's my great pleasure to talk about the roasted malt products of Weyermann today. You may have heard, since day one of our company, we have roasted cereals. Back in 1879, Weyermann was founded to roast barley and wheat to produce a coffee surrogate. Back in the days, coffee was very expensive, and it was found out that if you roast barley, you do get these coffee notes into the kernels, and you can use a caffeine-free beverage out of it. And so from there on, we developed the roasting process and have now several products that fall into that range. Often the roasted malts are called chocolate malts. We do call some of our products also chocolate, for example, chocolate wheat, chocolate rye, chocolate spelt, but our range of the barley grain varieties being roasted and malted is the Carafa range. And Carafa is produced by having a kilned malt that we put into our roasting drums, and in a defined roasting process in our rotating drums we are getting the Carafa ranging from color 1 to 2 to 3. When you look at it from the distance, it looks like, well, there are six different glasses there, but they all look similar. But of course, if you would look closer, you see we have the Carafa in 3 color ranges and the Carafa Spezial in 3 color ranges. So that way the brewer can really choose and select the right color for its beer. Yeah? And that is the reason why we not only have one, but ranging from 800 EBC to all the way to 1400 in these tight tolerances. As I've mentioned, it's Carafa on that side, Carafa Special on that side. So what is so special about the Carafa Special? On the Carafa Special, we incorporated a process where we dehusk the kernel prior to the roasting process, and that way the aroma is more elegant, because usually the bitterness is developed in roasting in the husk, or most of it. So in the end, the product has the same color, yet the taste, the roasty taste, is milder. So keeping in mind that you have a very flavor-intensive malt, the portion in your malt bill is quite small. For example, on the Carafa, it goes between 1 to 5%. You can go a little bit higher on the Carafa Special because of its milder aroma. That is also predominantly used in beer styles where you want the darkness but not so much of that flavor. For example, the German Schwarzbier is a perfect example where you could use the Carafa Special. But then it's down to the brewer's personal preference, if he wants to have a big bold stout, for example, or one that has a bit more less harshness in it. Or harshness is maybe a too extreme word, but if you do a milk stout, go for a Carafa Special that complements that very well. Furthermore, you could even use Carafa Special in very pale beers just to spike up the color a bit. So in a proportion of maybe 0.3%, 0.5% in your malt bill, you get a more intense color, and you're still on the very light lager side of it. We've spoken about the different color ranges of the products, but how is it defined on the aroma side? I would say the lighter Carafa 1 has more chocolate notes, and then they go more towards the espresso, the dark coffee roast in the Carafa 3. So there's also the way of not only looking into the color side of it, but in gradient, in aroma. And I do hope you found this excursion to the dark side of the malt of interest. Please leave your comment if you have any further questions. We'll be here to answer them, and watch the other videos that we've already produced, and depending on what your questions are, there will be more videos to come in the future. So thanks again, cheers, and happy brewing with Weyermann Malt.